Hello, I'm Salty Dog, and I will be talking about A Squire's Tale, the new Choice of Games game. I went in with high expectations, since to write for Choice of Games, you have to be qualified either as a writer or a tabletop RPG writer. I mean, you can have like an academic thesis, you have to be qualified, you have to have published work. So that's why they're usually pretty good. They're usually, good books. With this particular author, Benjamin Appleby-Dean, having written multiple books, with one being a fantasy book about magic in the modern age, a horror book about, and I'm going to quote him here, smartphones and social isolation, as well as a poetry book. So it seemed he was a good choice for a writer, a lot of experience. He's already written a fantasy book, quasi fantasy, since still was modern stuff. But A Squire's Tale disappointed me. It's a very short book at only 150,000 words, which doesn't mean it's going to be bad, but I mean, I really do prefer the meatier books. You play as a squire, you have multiple skills and goals you can pursue, but an issue immediately I take with the skills is that there's 7 of them, and a very short book. 150,000 total words. That's every playthrough combined. So, like, how many words are there in just one playthrough? And then you have 7 skills you can develop? I don't know, that just seems like too many. Like, you're not able to develop them very well or, like, often. There's not many scenes you get where you just get to develop your skills. Like, the highest I ever got my combat skill up to was 55, and I focused on combat the entire way through. Another issue is some are kind of useless or like underutilized. Like music, you don't get many options to use the music skill. The story has you following around your lady knight. She's the one training you. As you attempt to track down the lost prince, and it can like throw the whole land into civil war. That's not the most generic thing ever. It has been done before. You have 4 suspects, and they're like the most powerful people in the kingdom. The story isn't given much development. Again, a very short book. They don't have that many words to focus on everything. It throws a lot at you, like how your character's sister mysteriously disappeared. Like, they add that in as like a storyline, and you can try to bring her back through one of the endings, like find out where she went. But I mean, like, I guess I wish that would have been like cut, and maybe more emphasis on the other like endings and storylines you can go through for them, or maybe just like more words with you in the town. Like as I mentioned, the towns, like you barely spend any time in one location, so you don't really get feels for the places. Like they don't feel real. You talk to like 2 people, you sleep for the night, and then you're off to the next town. It's like, I don't know, you're basically like just teleporting across the kingdom. You don't really get a feel for any of the towns you're in. Now for a spoiler territory right here, I don't like the whole magical kingdoms thing in the game, where there's like a hidden world. Like, the game description does mention magical things and creatures in this specific book, and so I kind of figured that it might be more like a high fantasy game. you know. But no, the magical kingdom is hidden, and I mean, some of those stories can be good, like the Narnia, like they're real, but they're in a different world. But I don't know, I guess I just wasn't expecting that out of this book, especially since like it takes place in a medieval setting. If it's a medieval setting and they mention magic, it's usually like a high fantasy thing. So I wasn't really a fan of that. Like, I would have, if all the magical creatures were just going to be hidden in a separate world, I would prefer to more like historical only setting. It seems like they were just like added in to maybe give it like, maybe have it stand out a little bit more. And then another problem with the story is like, you can choose to be like focused on trying to find your sister, bringing honor to your family, like for your king, for your country, or for like the lady knight who's training you. And I don't know, like if you like choose different ones, you might not get the ending you want. Like if you don't commit to a single one. So in conclusion, unfortunately, I don't really recommend this game. It's not a very fun read. I mean, there's just not much going for it. I mean, I guess if you have like an extra $3 to spend, like, go ahead. I'm pretty sure the Choice of Games app is actually having a sale. They're calling it like the medieval package, where they have a deal on a Fool and a Squire's Tale. I would recommend Fool a lot. That's a very good medieval game. That's unique as well. So maybe buy that package if you want to get Squire's Tale and an actually good game. All right, so this has been Salty Dog signing off. Thanks for watching.